Hello everyone, this is Mr. Glassman again to walk you through part 2 of your week 4 assignment for the SCH Venture Incubator program. Part 2 is the development of your unique selling proposition. As you learned during your competitive analysis assignment, very few businesses or products are truly one of a kind. So, one of the first things that any young venture needs to figure out is what advertising and marketing professionals call a unique selling proposition, or USP. A USP is a summary of what makes your business unique and valuable to your target market. It answers the question, why should I choose to do business with you over all the other choices I have, which includes the choice of doing nothing at all? And it answers this question quickly and succinctly. Although the process to develop your USP will take some real time and thought, the result should be a simple phrase or sentence that is different and memorable enough to see exactly what your business has to offer that others do not. Let me help you by walking you through a few of my favorite unique selling propositions. The first is Tom's shoes. Tom's shoes are fashionable, comfortable, and inexpensive. But those things alone aren't enough to make them stand out from the hundreds of other shoe brands. The most unique and compelling part of the Tom's Shoes story is that they give a new pair of shoes to a child in need for every pair you purchase. This was such a successful USP, in fact, that other companies from other industries immediately began copying it. A classic unique selling proposition is from FedEx when it absolutely, positively needs to be there overnight. FedEx no longer uses this slogan, but while it lasted, it was a great example of a compelling USP. In a few words, FedEx guarantees that it will deliver your package safely and on time. Another classic USP is from De Beers. A diamond is forever. Short, simple, and compelling. There's a reason that this slogan has been around since the 1940s and is still in use today. The slogan points out that diamonds, being next to unbreakable, last forever and thus are the ideal symbol for love. As a result, diamonds became the almost inevitable choice for engagement rings. It's no surprise that Advertising Age magazine named this USP the best advertising slogan of the 20th century. And finally, M&Ms, the milk chocolate that melts in your mouth, not in your hand. This is an example of how even a rather offbeat USP can be catching and compelling. Who would ever think of making a selling point out of the fact that your product doesn't melt if you hold it? M&Ms did, and it worked out very, very well for them. So, a USP distinguishes you. It makes you stand out from the pack. It is short and sweet, and it causes reactions like, how do you do that? Tell me more. What is your website? Things like this. So, now that we're clear on what a USP is and why it is so important, let's start creating one together. Your first step is to describe your target audience. Revisit your work from week 1 and keep in mind that audience when developing your USP. In this step, you want to be as specific as possible. Step 2 is to explain the problem that you solve for that audience. From your target audience's perspective, what problem can you solve for them that no one else can? Step 3 is to list your most important benefits. List 3 to 5 of the biggest benefits that your customer gets by working with you instead of your competitor. You may want to revisit your competitive analysis for this step. Continue to keep your target audience in mind. These benefits should explain why your services are important to them. Step 4, make your promise. A good USP should either state or imply a pledge to your customer. Oftentimes, this promise is what your customer will remember the most. FedEx is a great example of this. This promise should challenge anyone to match it. It's okay to be bold in this step, but make sure that you can back it up. Your promise shouldn't just compete with your competitors, like, we're the best. It should eliminate your competitors, like, we are the only company that does X, Y, and Z. Step 5, combine and edit. Take all of the information from steps 1 through 4, and combine them into one paragraph. You'll begin to see some common themes and ideas that are repeated. Edit that into something that reads well and is impactful. Step 6, shorten it. Then, shorten it some more. You'll want your USP to be as specific and simple as possible. So, take your paragraph from step 5 and try your best to condense it into a sentence or two. And then, step 7, what I like to call the who cares test. Try your USP on anyone. Your friends, your teachers, your mentors, your parents. If they don't respond with something like our reactions list, how do you do that? Tell me more. What is your website? Then it isn't a USP. Keep working on it until you get it right. Your mentors and teachers are here to help you during office hours next week. And as always, if you have any questions for me, feel free to email me, eglassman@sch.org. Thanks.